Today, for Project 2, we're tackling something pretty challenging. Scraping product data from Amazon. Our goal is simple, but powerful. Create a script that lets you type any search term, like wireless headphones, laptop, or even coffee maker, and return the top results with 3 key pieces of information: the product title, the current price as a clean float, and the customer rating. The big challenge? Amazon? They're very aggressive at blocking bots. If you send a plain request with a default Python user agent, you'll get hit with a 503 service unavailable error instantly. That's why this entire video focuses on the manual fix, using realistic browser headers and careful coding techniques. Pro tip number 1, headers are your first and most important line of defense. Amazon servers check the user agent string right away and decide whether if you're a real person using Chrome or a script. In this project, we'll build a clean, realistic header dictionary that mimics a modern browser. Let's start coding. First, we have to import the libraries. We need requests for making HTTP calls, beautiful soup for parsing the HTML, JSON for saving our data, OS for operating system commands, time so we can create delays. Alright, so now that we have those, next, we create a dedicated function for our headers. This keeps the code clean and reusable. Look at this user agent. It's modeled after a real Chrome browser on Windows. We also include accept language, and other headers that make our request look much more legitimate. Inside the main scraping function, we build the Amazon search URL, send the request with our custom headers, and immediately check the status code. If we don't get a 200, we know we've been blocked and print a helpful message. We locate the product containers using the stable data component type attribute. This selector has held up well in 2026. Now, we loop through each product and extract 3 things. For the title, we try the most common span class. But as you'll see later, Amazon changes their structure often. The price section needs special care. Amazon often splits the price across multiple spans. We target the A price container, the inner A off-screen span that holds the clean price like $5.99 with 0 cents. Then clean it by removing the $sign and commas and safely convert it to a float using try and accept so the script doesn't crash on some weird formatting. For the rating, we grab the A icon alt span and extract just the number before out of 5 stars. Again, we use safe conversion in case the element is missing. Each product becomes a clean dictionary, exactly what we want for future analysis or dashboards. For the save logic, I'm using the exact same approach as Project 1. We use path to go 2 levels up to the root data folder. It creates it if it doesn't exist, and save everything as amazon.json. This keeps both products nicely organized in one place. Pro tip number 2, always protect against NoneType errors. You'll notice many if tag checks in this code. That's because sponsored ads or incomplete results often don't have every element. Skipping this check is the number 1 reason beginner scrapers crash. Finally, the main section makes the entire script interactive. Instead of hard coding a search term, we ask the user what they want to scrape. If they press enter without typing anything, we fall back to a sensible default. Let's run it. And here's the result. 10 products saved as clean JSON. Notice how both projects now save into the exact same data folder, clean and consistent. Let's quickly recap the 3 pro tips from this project. Pro tip number 1, always use realistic browser headers. They're your best defense against 503 errors. Tip 2, guard every get text call with an if check to avoid NoneType crashes. Pro tip number 3, inspect element is your best friend. Right click and explore the page before you start coding. Now, after I finished recording that main part, I ran into a few bugs. First, this one's totally on me. I got a type error about Windows path object is not subscriptable. The fix was simple. I had a typo. I put .parent2 instead of .parents, plural, 2. Second, and more importantly, all the titles came back as no title found. This happened because Amazon updated their HTML structure. What a surprise. The old class name no longer exists. Here's the updated title extraction that works much better in 2026. We target the H2 tag, then grab the span inside of it. This selector is currently more reliable. After applying both fixes, we get clean titles, properly formatted prices as floats, ratings, and everything saves correctly next to our news.json file. That's it for Project 2. You now have a fully working, interactive Amazon product scraper that handles real-world challenges and saves data consistently with Project 1. Drop your search terms in the comments. What are you planning to scrape first? Laptops, running shoes, gaming monitors? If you found this helpful, please like the video. Subscribe to ZeroLvL for more projects and hit the bell so you don't miss Project 3. Thank you so much for watching.